All right. So this is a Diamond Doomfist VOD for if you could introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tamit. This is my VOD.
All right. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been a Doomfist player for? You classify yourself as a one-trick?
Yes, I do classify myself as a one-trick. I've been playing Doomfist. I got back into Overwatch around September of last year, and then I wanted to learn Doomfist, and so I'd say I probably got good with him around maybe November. So let's say about 6 months.
I've been a tough journey, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not quite as hop on and insta-kill someone as he used to be in DPS, but I have a feeling I'll probably see a couple nice insta-kills from you here and there.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see.
So we have two VODs for the stream today, one of which is a near win on Ilios, and the other of which is a complete stomp for a sort of what to do perspective instead of a what not to do perspective. But I'm still going to go through this with a critical eye and see if I can, as a Masters player, give you a bit of pointing on where you could engage or how you could have won something instead of just pointing out mechanical failures. If you have any questions at all, feel free to stop me during the VOD, but for now, I'm going to let the gameplay speak for itself.
Let's do it, man. I'm excited.
But right away, I gotta say, I really like this comp you have. On-run Genji is a really nice and evasive comp, and Kiri Wuyang also provides a lot of good marking potential for your team.
5, 4,
Were you duoed with anyone in this?
3, 2,
No, I was on my own.
Right on.
round 1.
Solo Doomfist.
Actually, no. The on-run I made friends with in the game before this one where I steamrolled.
I like you being far out here. I know you can wait for the audio cue. Go. Okay. First thing I'm gonna say. You see, there was this thing I was told that. What the fuck? Okay. There was a thing I was told a long time ago, as far as playing Doomfist goes, more so playing tank, about how you treat your health bar as a resource instead of something you should look to never expend. It holds true for more or less everyone, right? Like, you have sort of indications to whether or not you can go in based off of if you're at full, at half, low, right?
Yeah.
But for you right here, I understand what you're trying to do, especially with the Ashe and the Zen angling into you as hard as they can. And in the event that you get a kill, then everything I say goes out the window and this becomes a valid play. But what I'm trying to do here is instill general habits. So as you're right here, you're getting screened out by the D.Va, you're low and discorded. Pretty much the only reason you don't die here is because you get coached above the D.Va and she whiffs as you get out, right?
Yeah.
The thing with these empowered punches and these hard engages is not necessarily that they're bad, because they're how you win on Doomfist, right? I'm not going to tell you that the feedback you're getting is just completely wrong, but what I would have liked to see you do here is maybe play on conserving your health rather. Empowered punch is such a powerful tool in your kit that even if you just like fake it as you're walking out, or if you just like tap it into the D.Va, you're technically in a better position and have forced more disruption than going in on the backline that your team isn't going to be able to hit with you, right?
Yeah, true.
Because like, even if no deaths on the board, half your team is coming like super late here too, so if anything, in the position you're in, you would really want to play back. But
to be fair, I did have my slam cooldown, so I was engaging on the premise that I could, just disrupt them a bit and then slam out, which is
exactly
almost what I did here if I didn't get coached by a D.Va.
And that's a really, really good fundamental to have. It's just a matter of, and I mean, I have a feeling I might see this once or twice throughout this VOD. It's a matter of knowing where your team is when you go for these engages. Because as much as Doom mains want him to be like this god tier character that can just like cleave people instantly, you do unfortunately need like a Genji dash to follow up on this if you want any sort of meaningful kills without you either just magically 1v5ing or getting almost murdered like this, right?
You know what, man? That is genuinely the biggest problem I have with playing Doomfist, is that I play super tunnel vision, and there's no one with me to follow up on the kills, and you can't insta-kill with them.
That's why it helps to have a good duo. Like, a lot of my collegiate teams whenever we play, we usually have like a good dive comp going. This is good. This is good space.
I love playing Doomfist with a good duo.
Not bad, good exit. Nice ride back in. Good. Yeah, no, honestly, the whole knowing where your team is thing is probably the only thing that I, as a coach, would really nail you on for this. Otherwise, you play this perfectly.
Yeah. And the thing is, when you finally have someone that actually follows up with your punches, it's the greatest thing ever.
And then it gets brutal whenever that person dies to a dynamite for no reason because they hard extended at my sword.
There's the first whiff.
That's fine, I don't mind you punching in there. If that hits, it's high value, even if it doesn't, it's good. This Juno is a oh my god.
Yeah, she is.
This is good. I mean, they're definitely like tunneling into you a bit, but you as a Doomfist player are reacting to the situation really well, and you're doing a good job of forcing space with the tools.
Yeah, that's generally how I play. I like to make a lot of space. It's just having a teammate to capitalize on the space, you know?
You go for the Ash here, but I want to watch what your on-run does here. She kind of... Here you are positioning. Your on-run is way... She makes it out. You know what? Cancel what I said. If you ever see a DPS player like this diving on their own, like completely solo, and then they start flaming you for not following up with them, that's not on you. This guy is igniting a diva and 1v5ing on 30 HP. I don't mind you going for this Genji here whatsoever, or going with this Genji here whatsoever, in no small part because he's already kind of low.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I think at this point we were just playing super aggro, and so the other one is playing tunnel vision as well.
Yeah, I mean, this nice.
We are losing the objective. Push them out.
Yeah, I mean, their team is doing absolutely nothing. You're doing a really good job of getting a lot of points.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little last minute punch.
Nice. Good follow up here. Even if you miss, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to nail you so much on like mechanical errors and misses or anything, because what I want to see instead of mechanical errors is more you going for the right things, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm going to be less, you should have done this, if you missed the right punch as opposed to if you missed the wrong punch. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so far there's not a lot of right punches you miss. That's unfortunate, but...
Yeah.
Okay. We stage out here. Yeah, I mean, it really does help if you have like a straight up perfect comp to fight into this too. You have so much DM bypass and tax.
Yeah.
Juno's playing on the ground like the fucking Burger King Lucio or something.
Yeah. You saw that?
I know you're gonna think that you missed this punch. I don't really think this is a valuable punch on this angle at all. And I'll explain why, right? Go back here. Like, it's true. When you walk in here, you get empowered off the diva and everything. Like, it would be lit if the diva wasn't in the way and you could just, like, rouse straight into Mora and Juno here and then just get 2 free kills.
Yeah.
But, in the absence of that, what I would have liked to see you do was slightly take cover for a little, maybe get a bit of care from your Wu Yang on left side, and then angle to empowered punch the Ashe. Even if you don't wind up losing it, she's going to see you sitting across the corner with the fuck you cooldown, and she's going to want to back up. And that gives your team even more space to run in here. Now... Okay. Now, granted, Diva dies to a fucking Wu Yang. You can't survive. Oh!
Yeah.
Think that's just bullshit, bro. I don't know why Bob gets it and we don't. This isn't bad.
My plan comes to
You recognize it's not your job to be on point there. Wasting slam there would have been a big fuck up.
Yeah.
Is this a 2-0?
It is, yes.
Do you have anything in your history that's like a loser or anything? Because you're doing really well in this game. I don't know if there's much I can
I mean, quick play games, I think. I can check it like really far back. I do have quite a few comp games way back that are still in my history.
We'll let this one play out because this is a pleasure to watch, but if you can check in your watch history and see if you can find a loss to set out as an approach, I think you'll be good. But I'm still going to include this and if you want the other one in the video.
meteor strike.
Yeah.
I like you holding the medium style.
Yeah, of course. Always.
Tricia just goes off the fucking back. Yeah. I mean, good job. Recognize the opportunity to use the slam.
Yeah.
Buddy.
That just came out of nowhere, man.
It happens. It happens. No, there's definitely not much I can tell you on this point because you're doing a really, really good job like living and cycling your cooldowns. The only thing I would really think that you haven't done is faking with Empowered Punch.
I don't normally fake. That's not something that I do.
It's so useful.
Yeah.
It's like,
Maybe in higher ranks. I'm not sure.
No, everywhere. Because you know what the funny part about the fake is? If they don't respect it, just fucking punch them. That's it.
To be fair,
it's a
there are a lot of times where
zero-sum
I
game
can't
for
see
them
my
to beat you.
punch. Yeah.
I still have much
right?
to learn.
Makes sense.
The most useful thing about fakes is like, okay, right, now that they're on cast here. Like, if you fake an Empowered Punch at a Tracer with no blink, she's going to want to recall it. If you fake an Empowered Punch at a cast, he's going to either roll to get out of the way, or he's going to try and preemptively hinder you. And if you're playing range properly, neither of those things are a problem. If you fake it at Lucio, he's just going to start fucking off. If you fake it at Mora, you're going to get Fade Out. And if you fake it at D.Va, you're probably going to get Fly Out. Right?
True.
That's super smart, so you know the next thing.
Yeah.
Bad.
I do mess up a bit more on this point.
Good. We'll be a little bit weird. Not that I'm preying on your downfall. It's here to learn.
Yeah.
I find I honestly learn a lot of stuff just watching other Doomfist players play too. I remember when I was like getting through Diamond, I used to just like fucking whenever I'd like be in the shower or making dinner, I just have like this Rivod on just in the background. Oh bullshit. Okay. So let's break down how this fight got lost here. 20 seconds in. Your on run is dead early to what? Can you save this one person here? Finally, bro. You're with me. Just not respecting the game. Yeah, okay. Now, there's not really much that you can do to save your on run here. I'm gonna be honest. But the way they're stacked, and if I'm not mistaken, with Hinder out, there is a lot that you can do. You pretty much have free range.
Yeah.
Tap punching the D.Va is good here. But I actually think there might be a world in which this fight is winnable. And I think it might have been lost at the slam onto the D.Va here. Know why?
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah.
He walks out, he tries to fake, you slam here, and you just tap shoot him, then you punch, he's gone. And if you're
I think what I was going for there, I was trying to peel because I noticed that my team was dying, so I was trying to go back to support them. I think that's why I slammed out.
Especially playing into like years of like raid boss D.Va with like insta murder missiles on cooldown, I can understand where you're coming from with the whole like I need to play my range, I need to care my supports. But when it's just the one D.Va going on like this and you have an opportunity to kill the cast, you technically do more for your team peeling, especially with an evasive backline like Kiri Wuyang, by killing someone than you do by slamming the D.Va and trying to punch her. Because if you punch her, you just punch her in further and then she's in a better damage range for D.Va, right?
Yeah.
See what I mean? Now, I don't know how much the cast does here, but I mean, you can see it, right? Covered rotate with 3, Doom in perfect position to disrupt this, Mortar Fade gone, Hinder out for the next 5 seconds. I'd say right here was probably one of the biggest points in the game that you would have had to completely solo carry.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to recognize moments like this in the future, one thing you got to do 100% is keep your eye on enemy cooldowns. And you said you were Diamond?
I didn't actually tell you my rank.
Oh, right! This is the... I
didn't want to correct you at the start, but this is the mystery.
Shit! Okay. I'm gonna have to put in the little disclaimer at the start of the video. This is not a Diamond FOD. Or maybe it is.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Well, I'm gonna assume that if you're playing this well and making these few mechanical mishaps that you probably also know just instinctively to cooldown track, but maybe it's not a pronounced process in your mind.
I will say, I play Doomfist very instinctively. In terms of cooldown tracking, I'll probably do it only with really disruptive characters like Hog and maybe Cass.
as you go up in the ranks, trust me, there is no maybe on Cass. Cass, if anything, is the first cooldown you look for.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to get hooked, right? Like, if you get hooked, ideally you have PB, or you just punch him with supports, and then ultimately, it's kind of just like a zero-sum game for the Hawk. But with Hinder, the problem with Hinder is that it as a cooldown sets you up so nastily to just get fucked on by anyone. And it's not even like people that are like good into Doom. Like D.Va can just like rocket the shit out of you while you're getting hindered, and if you're getting hindered by someone behind you, it's even worse, right? So that's one cooldown I'd say in the future you 100% need to keep your eye on. Me as a Doomfist player,
I agree.
The 3 cooldowns I'm looking for most of all in this team are Castnade, Moira Fade, and Tracer Recall. Right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Because all of those, in some way, fuck over your engage, either by involving it or by stopping it. True. Those are usually the things you would have been off of instead of I still think you should have won it, actually.
Yeah. Although I will say one more thing about the Castnade, is that I find, at least whenever I'm playing, I'm able to... There's still some sort of counterplay. I can block, protect myself. Whereas with a Roadhog hook, it can hook me regardless of what I'm doing, wherever I am.
Oh. Okay. Another thing, and we saw this in the first round too, you gotta look behind you a little more if you're gonna drop Meteor like this. I know that Meteor is kind of like a zero-sum ult at times, and that it's not like the worst ult in the world to waste, but it does pretty severely restrict your engage options, and especially with Noon, Beat, Pulse, Cole, and eventually Bomb coming online, having an extra invul in your pocket is going to make your life so much easier in this next fight. I'm willing to bet because of Meteor being out here, you might lose next fight. Or the Lucio dies to thin air and you guys have a strong re-engage. That's okay. And then they pull nothing. Wow, these people are shit.
Yeah.
We find strength.
Don't tell me yet, but I'm guessing based off of how the enemy team is cycling the cooldowns and failing to dive with each other, this is either a gold or platinum. Never mind, this is a gold thing. That's not worth out shit. Nice, good punch, good catch on the block. That's perfect. Intercepting is such a huge part of Doom too. Like, CG right here, catch the cast out as he's even, the Moira fades into nothing. Like,
yeah.
It's good.
My ultimate is ready.
So do you see what I mean by the whole faking thing, though? Like right there, when you got your empowered punch robbed by the cast hinder.
Yeah.
Functionally speaking, here, if all you did was just charge punch on point, because you're probably not going to hit anyone with a ball unless like stand right here and angle the planter. If you could fake charge punch on point and then cancel as you see the cast start to look at you, hinder's gone. You lose pretty much nothing because you're inside a Fox with a Curie pocket and a Moira orb, and on top of that, you still have empowered to then potentially slam 3 people afterward. And your Genji's set up. You see what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Now, the on-run hits a good ult onto the D.Va here. D-Max is most likely going to happen. Bomb, sure. Boy? Boy? Nah! Slam was off cooldown. Slam was on cooldown. I got to rip into your ass for that one a little bit.
So, wait, play it again.
Honestly,
yeah.
Right here, 85 to Meteor, I want to see you either slam across main and away from the bomb, or I want to see you slam into trench here. Ideally, I would want to see you slam into trench, because then you're set up to help punch the Genji. Right?
Yeah.
It puts you in such a good spot. It also denies one of the Moira's escape angles, and then further corrals her in with the cats, and then the two of you can just, like, violate them from there. Right? And, like, if your on-run dies on point, which is whatever, that's no big deal. But they're already back, so it's perfect.
I think what I was going for here was to try and take cover behind that little corner so I could re-engage on point.
It's not a bad idea, but one of the things about Doom that differentiates him pretty strongly from other tanks is that he's actually a lot weaker just sitting. Like you might notice this whenever you go to play a payload game. I want to see this right here.
Face my burning
You might notice this
fist.
whenever you go to play a payload game, that most of what you're doing on Doom is just intermediary payload touches while your support's generally a secure card, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, in this exact same situation, you're going to want to be doing the same thing on Doomfist. Because, unfortunately, with this point, like, there's definitely walls for Doom to punch people into, but these walls also constrict your escape angles, right? And, like, there's only one enviro box here that realistically you have to either be peeking from side here or already aggressed onto point to actually have any value from. So, if anything, you're just going to want to be making these quick touches where you scan for a free insta-kill or someone to hit into a wall and then fuck off, right?
Yeah.
I think that was in part what got you killed with Viva Bomb, because you were on point a lot with breaking the speed there. But I do also think it's part of what's making your team so capable of fighting at the point. It's just that, speaking frankly, the only reason that you guys are winning these point engages is because the enemy team has no idea how to play with the Lucio, nor does the Lucio have any idea how to play Lucio. Like, he's not speeding the cast on the point to then interrupt the on-run, force E, or force something out of you. Like, the cast isn't really doing much with any of his cooldowns. The Moira is kind of just heal-botting the whole game, and Gumball's seen the spawn room more than he's seen his own mother. Like, there's not much that the enemy team is really doing to interrupt you.
True, true.
This is a good catch. You feed him right into your cast. Nice, man. Yeah, part of the reason I was so scared to review a quick play game wasn't so much that, like, I thought it was just going to do, like, a complete slaughter. It's more just that, like,
Yeah.
like, if I'm ever just, like, hopping on the game and I'm trolling with my friends, like, I'm just...
Yeah.
Right about here. I'm not going to grill you too hard, but you have no excuse for dying here. Translocator was directly in front of you. You're fighting 3 inside with spread heals with Lucio on heal and Moira with ample charge from sucking you. You realistically should just fight your space here for a second and then slam out to your team, because they're already basically in position to help you have a strong next fight.
Okay, so I'll admit something. I did not know they had a Sombra here. So I wasn't even looking out for an hack.
You gotta listen.
That's why I died.
That's not... It's not really your fault, per se, because there was a lot of shit going on in your screen, but the one thing that gives Sombra away more than anything else is audio. So you gotta listen really hard if you're ever dominating on a Doom game. If you ever hear that random, like, noise, then yeah, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Fortunately, she's not as good as she used to be. You really can just run that bitch down. That should have been late, right? That's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna flip the script here and ask you, why no Meteor here? It's not necessarily the right or wrong answer, but why did you decide to not Meteor?
You know, I'm watching the VOD now and I'm asking myself the same question. I have no idea.
Here's the thing. It's not actually bad that you don't Meteor here. It's not great, sure, but you still have Meteor for the next fight. Do you think that... Here, scrolling it back. Looking at this position where you died, do you think that you Meteoring here does anything?
Yeah, of course it gets me out of bad position.
But what's the follow-up?
Oh, there's no follow-up. Because my teammates are pretty far back.
Right here. Watch. You're going to see 2 people come straight through there. At least you're idled there, too. I don't mind you dying here with Meteor. But all I'm saying is that if you decided to do like a quick up-down Meteor, the odds of you getting a shitload of disruption, shield health, and then maybe even securing a kill with your on-run and everyone are actually pretty high. But I'm also not going to shame you for this too much, because I like the instinct of holding your ult for next fight. That's something that, in what I assume is the gold to plat range here, not a lot of your fellow tanks will be able to properly identify. Right?
Yeah.
But now that you have to play against the small balance, you said this was 2-0, so I'm going to be interested to see how you work. Especially when you're trying to climb through the rank and start out on Doomfist, this is a lot of time.
Yeah.
Really, self-mode point isn't bad. You do force your own team Suzy, which is kind of unfortunate, but...
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't bad. I would like to see you speed this up a little bit more, because you did kind of force your own team Suzu, and you did very nearly get hacked out of Empowered. But I like what you did here. I think this is just a mechanical lapse that will come with time.
Yeah.
But I don't hate this at all, man. This is really good, bud.
Yeah, thanks.
This is probably one of the best Doom games that I've reviewed in this channel so far.